Hello, Aries. This is your new year reading for 2020. I already have the cards shuffled, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck, and then we'll get started to see what 2020 has in store for Aries. First off, let's go ahead and see how 2019 went for you. What was the overall theme of 2019 for Aries? The Ten of Cups. It looks like Aries had a great 2019 when it came to relationships and family. You guys had a lot of happiness and joy and just emotional contentment when it came to your relationships with others, with your significant others and friends and family. You created an abundance of love and happiness in your life in 2019, and you were able to share that love with others. You were surrounded with your loved ones throughout the year. You developed some deep and powerful connections with others. So 2019 was a great year for relationships for Aries. Let's see what you need to focus on in 2020. The reversed King of Wands. This is indicating that in 2020, some of you need to work on your impulsiveness. You may also need to work on expectations. Either you have them too high or too low. It can also be indicating that you haven't quite developed yourself as a leader in a position, maybe in some sort of job or relationship. You need to continue to work on growing and improving yourself and taking on that leader role in different things in your lives, especially when it comes to the work aspect of it and leading others towards your vision. So you need to work more on your leadership skills, but also work on enlisting some support when you need to, especially when they have the talent that you're looking for. Others of you Aries need to work on your aggressiveness and even being a little bit arrogant in the pursuit of your goals. So just be mindful that as you strive towards your dreams, don't put others off. Don't, disempower them to get where you're going. So those are some of the things that Aries is going to need to focus on in 2020. Let's see what the biggest obstacle Aries will face in 2020. The reversed Eight of Cups. This is indicating that in 2020, some of you are going to have a difficult time with indecision. You're really not going to know what to do when it comes to certain things. You may be drifting aimlessly, trying to decide if you need to give something a go one more time or if it's time to walk away. So you're definitely going to struggle with your decision making in 2020. Let's see how you can overcome this obstacle. The reversed Hierophant. This is letting you know that to overcome the obstacles you're going to face in 2020, you need to remember that you are your own teacher. All of the wisdom you seek comes from within, not some external source or power. So this is reminding you that you're being guided to follow your own path and adopt your own spiritual belief systems rather than blindly following others. So when it comes to any obstacles you're facing, it would be a good thing to meditate on those, kind of go within and seek the answers that you're looking for in your subconscious. Next, let's look to see what your career and financial outlook is going to look like for 2020. The reversed Ace of Swords. A lot of you Aries are going to have some new ideas when it comes to your career path. You may have some sort of breakthrough on something you've already been working on when it comes to your career. But you're not going to be willing to share these with others yet. You're not going to be quite comfortable with the idea. Maybe you're still exploring what the idea means to you and how to best express and manifest this idea into the external world. Others of you are going to be seeking something new, but it may not go exactly as you're expecting. This doesn't mean it's going to go in a negative way. It's just not going to turn out exactly how you had hoped at the time. And some of you just may need to go back to the drawing board and continue to search for those ideas when it comes to your career path. Next, let's look to see what your love outlook is going to look like in 2020. The reverse Page of Cups. This is letting us know that in 2020, some of you Aries are going to have some doubt when it comes to your relationships. Wondering if it's the best person for you or if it's time to cut ties. You may also be finding a new potential partner, but unsure if they're the best fit for you. The reverse Page of Cups is reminding you once again, you just really need to listen to your intuition and the messages that are coming through when it comes to those relationships. You need to listen to your inner guidance or your ego and just really open yourself up to your intuition and see where it takes you. Some of you that are also in relationships are going to be dealing with somebody who is emotionally immature, or perhaps that person is you. They may be over dramatic or an oversharer, or they just may not really open themselves up to being vulnerable. So that's definitely something that you're going to want to work on in 2020 if that's you or if that is your partner. Next, let's see what your spiritual outlook is going to look like for 2020. The 10 of Cups. This is letting you know that in 2020, you're going to want to follow your heart and trust your intuition to lead you to the opportunities that are aligned with your highest good. So once again, really listening to that intuition and going inside and letting that guide you. Your feelings and emotions will guide you when it comes to your spirituality in 2020 and where you need to go next on that path. Some of you are also just going to be at a really good place in 2020 when it comes to your spirituality. You're going to have a strong sense of wholeness and completion and just an alignment with who you are and what your values and beliefs are in 2020. Next, let's look to see what your overall theme is going to be for January through March. The Ace of Wands. So January through March is going to be an awesome time for Aries to open themselves up to new opportunities and a lot of potential growth when it comes to different aspects in their lives. It's a great time to just really bring your potential out and all of the ideas that are flowing through you. So if there's something that you are considering during this time, some sort of new opportunity, the Ace of Wands is inviting you to, really go for it. It's the green light. It's a perfect time to start something new and to follow your heart and just let your passion guide you in the different aspects of your life. Next, let's look to see how April through June is going to look for Aries. The reversed Queen of Pentacles. This is letting you know that during this time frame, April through June, you're going to be focusing your care and energy towards yourself. You're going to be creating some financial independence. Perhaps you're working for yourself or starting your own business. You're really starting to support your lifestyle with your income. So you may still be in some sort of partnership or family, but you're really contributing to it. So that would definitely go with that new idea that you had in the beginning months. And this is saying that it's going to start to grow and come to fruition. This may also suggest that it's going to be a good time for nurturing yourself on a personal level. So maybe you're starting to, focus on healthy eating or working out, or just really paying more attention to yourself and your needs in general through this time period. Next, let's look at July through September. The Two of Wands. This is letting you know that July through September, you're going to continue to make progress on those things that you started during the new year, that the Ace of Wands was showing. You're going to continue to plan and grow that idea that you had, that new thing that you were working on through January through March. You're going to start to build a really clear action plan for that, and really start to manifest all those things that you were working on in January through March. Now let's look at October through December. The reversed Five of Swords. This is letting you know that October through December is going to be a time of reconciliation for you, making amends, and just really letting go of any past resentment that you've been holding on to. This may be around the holidays in that October through December time period. So if you've had some sort of falling out, then now would be a great time to make amends with that. If you are in some sort of argument that just never seems to end, it would be a great time to, just let it go and maybe listen to what the other person has to say, and then just agree to kind of disagree on the situation. The Five of Swords typically is, nobody wins. So it's just going to be a really good time to, let things go and walk away from all of that conflict in your life, but then also just healing any old wounds that have been reopened, or just healing any relationships that had been struggling. And last, let's see what your overview of 2020 is going to be. The reversed Queen of Wands. This is letting you know that you Aries are going to really find a place of self-respect and confidence in 2020. You're going to know yourself on a deeper level. You're going to know your personal truth and belief systems and what you stand for. You may also have defined what success means to you. This can also suggest that maybe you're going to be a little bit more introverted than usual in 2020. Instead of being the social butterfly and the center of attention, you may prefer to kind of, keep to yourself a little bit more, linger on the sidelines a little bit more, and that's okay. That's just what you're going to need in 2020, so don't push yourself to be more outgoing in 2020. This is also indicating that in 2020, you're going to gain some more confidence in yourself. You're going to start to focus on rebuilding your sense of self and your resiliency. So you may have handed your powers over to others too much, but you're going to start to pay more attention to that and really start to bring your awareness inward, so you can start to hear yourself and just access your personal strengths and talents in 2020. So it sounds like 2020 is going to be a great year for Aries. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what you're looking forward to most in 2020. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a great new year. See you next time.